Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs, Chirimbes, Doug Upstone, as always, on a MLB Monday. We're going to talk a 3-pack of MLB free picks today. But before we get to that, why don't you take a 30-second break, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell on. Just look down, find the little buttons on your phone, on your computer, wherever you're at. Get notified when we load up our free picks. Major League Baseball, yes, but let's be honest. The calendar, the days are slowly passing us by. College football this weekend. NFL preseason, regular season, 2.5 weeks away, going on a Thursday night. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, NFL coming up for opening week one there. You don't want to miss out on any of the free pick videos, any of the previews we've done for NFL or college football. So put that notification bell on. Again, the free picks Monday through Friday. Football Friday Live coming back. Chip with his insider show for college football and NFL. Whatever the football he's got covered will be, again, notification bells on for our free pick videos. Again, these are the free picks. Top plays, premium action, whether season-long passes, weekly passes, daily passes, gamblersworld.net. The 3, 7, 30 days are guaranteed as always. I will show you a profit or we credit you back. And I've been saying for how many weeks now? The early bird special, less than $25 a week. What are we doing here? Get on board today. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on that. There's nothing else to say. Get the early bird. I mean, really, less than $25 a week. We got a leaderboard. You see, we're winning. It's not like, nobody wins in a sport here, folks. MLB, Canadian Football League, the UHF, whatever football, WNBA, NBA, college hoops. We got you covered. Now, let's get into the free picks. You've been patiently waiting 2 minutes for that. Doug, how are you? We'll be talking some Doug Upstone here. You got the Astros playing the Tigers here. A couple first-place teams. A big line for a couple first-place teams here. I was loading this when I was talking to actually Jim yesterday about it. I'm like, man, the first-place teams, why the heck we look at this big number, especially when Flannery has not been sharp at all this season. Arrighetti, again, you come back from an injury, you're going to struggle a little bit out of the gate, and he has. He's, not all that well. Last 2 games, we got 5 runs here. For me, this would be like a square play look towards the over. But again, when it's the calendar change goes to this time of year, and I'm going to say this again when we go over Chip's game and my game, I kind of like bring in my MLB. You got bigger lines. You don't know where guys' mentalities are. At this point, guys have been traded. Teams are talking ready for next year. You got young cats coming up. I like to ease it back. I do like the over here, but I couldn't come in with a strong play. This is all you, buddy. What do you got?
All right. Well, before I get there, I do have a question for you, and this is also for the listeners to chime in on. All right. The Milwaukee Brewers, finally lost 14-game winning streak, best team in baseball. I mean, seemingly by quite a margin. Okay, yes. From that standpoint, do you think they can win the World Series? That's my question to both of you and to all the people that are watching this video. Do you think they can?
Absolutely, Doug. And if you paid attention and to the site, on chip shots that I wrote at the All-Star break that the Brewers were the team to watch out for in the second half. Woodruff is coming back. They have the pitching. They have to deliver the hits. And Yelich, I think he's got to stay healthy. But I watched them. I saw them a series against the Cubs, and I saw them the last series, and they played great baseball. I was fortunate enough to have Cincinnati yesterday and broke their streak because, 13 is just not a lucky number for people. So, but I think they definitely can win. I think they really can. When do you start believing in them? We could say, they're just beating the teams in front of them. Well, that's all you could really do, right? You beat the good teams. We talked about the Dodgers when they were kind of slumping. They were beating the bad teams and losing some of the good teams. Why can't they win? I mean, Priester, Quintana, and
Peralta.
Peralta. They're all going to go like 15-5 with sub-3 ERAs. Yeah. It's crazy. With a lineup that doesn't have that, you got good guys. Like it looks, you look at it, but nothing's like, a guy having an MVP year, some monster year.
Wouldn't
It's
that be
not
better
there.
because there's balance and you don't have to avoid just one guy. You've got everybody
well,
who's a threat.
That's the thing. You look at it and it's like, wow, this is kind of like a ho-hum, non-sexy team, right? There's not like the flamethrower. They don't have the big guy coming in dancing out of the bullpen at the end of the game, like the Mets with the trumpets, and there's no Judge hitting 60 home. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. There's the flair. It's just, hey, we got a lunchbox. We're coming to the field today. Here we go, Chip. Of course, we'll bring it out to the Yankees. Mariano Duncan, when they won 190 games a year. We play today, we win today. That's it. That's what the dude said. He'd come in. Yeah. That's what the Brewers are. The Brewers are just coming workman-like concept, and they're winning games.
They're playing together. They hit a 2-run homer in the ninth last night, and I said, my goodness, this team's just not going to lose a game the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And fortunately, the way the rules play, Cincinnati was able to eke it out. But I think they're good. I like their infield. Their shortstop impressed me. I don't even know these guys' names. And I'm watching them, and I'm saying, they're not a bad ball club, really. And if you have the front line pitching like they do, you're going to go a long way. And I just hope they don't run to the bullpen like they usually do when a guy's got a 2-run lead, 2-0, and now it's a 2-2.
They got a good coach, Doug. I don't think he's not gonna like choke it away or do some kind of stupid decision. He's experienced. I don't think they'll pull, what Chip was saying, like they're gonna come in and start overthinking because it's the playoffs. They're gonna win. They're gonna win 100 games this year. I mean, they're 78 wins. They can't. You're telling me not winning 20 games in the next month and a half? They still got left. I don't think he's going to just switch up and do something totally different when it's October 11th.
Well, you wouldn't think so, but we've seen plenty of managers that have. Here's the thing: is that I think it's one of the most interesting teams that I can remember in baseball in recent times because, like everything you guys have both said. They basically do everything right. Okay. I mean, they're number 3 or number 2 in runs scored, and they're number 2 or 3 in runs allowed. Okay. I mean, what better combination can you have in that? So you're in every game, no matter what, because of pitching, and you have a chance to come back in every game you're behind. So I think it's a great team. Here's the question though, that I would have on the presumption that the Dodgers at least have a form play up to their potential. Let's just say that. If they have Glasnow, Snell, a couple other starting pitchers, where will the Brewers be favored in those games? I think the Brewers would be, other than at home, I think they'd be an underdog in every game in that situation. Now, having home field advantage would help, no question. Okay, that can be a big deal for them. To me, that's the only thing I look at because I don't look at anybody in the American League. Every team in the American League has a flaw. Okay, not they can't change by October, but
Doug, how many teams get buys? Is there a buy now in the leagues for the playoffs?
The top 2.
The top 2 or the top 1?
Top two. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna say what the Dodgers don't even get the buy, and you have Milwaukee walking in there. They got to get by someone else to get to them. Right, and the Dodgers look very vulnerable to me right now. I'm sorry, it's just
yes. Well, I mean, their starting pitching is coming around. That's the thing. I mean, they're still, and because I kept a little other. Let me see here. The 14-1 so far. Seattle's the only other team that's played really well since August 1st. They're 10-5. Nobody else. That's it. No, everybody else 9-6 or less. That was among the contenders.
No Mets.
No, not the Mets.
I think they're 4-17.
4-11, yes.
But Chip mentions the Dodgers. This is a team they won 71 games with the first half of the year, a banged up starting pitching, a banged up bullpen, an offense that was missing bets for a while. Everybody's going to be a dog to them, whether it's the Brewers. It doesn't make a difference because the Dodgers are just built in as a favorite because they have $1 billion payroll and they're expected to win the World Series this year.
Sean, let me jump in with this. You're saying how the Dodgers can virtually run backwards and win the division. In that division, the Dodgers are minus $800 on a dollar bet each game. San Francisco's minus 1,100. Arizona's minus 1,100, and the only team that's winning over there is San Diego. They're plus 1,100. So that division is minus 5,700. If you bet $100 on each game on each team. So the Dodgers, it appears by the numbers,
Always
all they have to do is be halfway decent, and they're gonna win the division.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all they can do, their best, just have Roberts, just get everybody healthy, get everybody prepared.
And I didn't add Colorado, who's down 2,800.
That team doesn't count.
Rockies are hot though. All right, so I'll get to my game.
Hold on, wait. Okay. No, the people got to wait now a little bit here because we're bringing up this kind of stuff here. We talk about the Rockies. Let's talk about how Manfred goes on TV and talk about expansion when you have a team like the Rockies that are just absolutely terrible. You got an Oakland team that's, I know they're supposedly building a stadium in Vegas. I passed it. It's just a mound of dirt for the last 6 months. But again, teams are moving there. Tampa Bay, they're having trouble with their stadium and putting people in the seats. Miami, how the heck does this guy go on TV and say, we're getting record crowds? The Pittsburgh Pirates don't sell out for Paul Skeens. They just demoted a damn starting pitcher because they don't want to pay him a $150,000 bonus. Andrew Heaney has like 120 innings pitched. If he gets to 150, they got to pay him another $150,000, another 150, 160. He's going to have 7 more starts. They just demoted him to the bullpen, so he's going to get 10. He's going to get 10 innings for the next month and a half. No, I want 8 less teams. I want the Pirates. I want one of the Chicago teams. Get rid of the Angels, Oakland, Tampa, Miami, Colorado. Get rid of them. We don't need more. We need less teams. If you had less teams, it would raise the value even more. I think
Look into
the product would be better
in America. Why would you do that?
Why what?
Why would you unemploy all those people now?
Because they shouldn't be baseball players. They should be hot dog vendors.
Out on the streets.
Learn the code. You are not good at your job. Find something else to do.
They can play in Japan.
A question for you, Sean. Who does Rob Manfred work for?
Himself.
No, he worked for the owners.
He works for the owners.
Right. Okay. So the owners say, well, we bring in 2 more teams in expansion and we screw everything up by divisions because you probably saw the deal, what they want to do. They want to revital or
what it does is give an even amount of teams in both leagues because right now there's odd number of teams in both leagues.
No, there's 15 in each. There's 15 in each.
It breaks down 5, 5, and 5.
But see, they can go like football. They can go to 4 divisions, okay, or go to 8 divisions with 4 teams, which would But what's the? I believe don't quote me on this. It's hundreds of millions of dollars for expansion fees. Okay, so a team wants to come in as expand hundreds of $millions. Where does that money go to? Okay, it goes to the owners. So that's why they're going to do it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure. Yanks, Mets, Phillies, Red Sox in one division. That's going to be really great for the sport.
So
who gets in?
Why do they have individual home run and batting champions when there's interleague play? You're playing so many games. Shouldn't they count only when you're playing against American League teams and then only when you're playing against National League teams? There should be one batting. In other words, there should be one home run leader and one
Miami,
batting.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and who else is going in that one for Atlanta to win the division for the next 50 years?
Yeah, it's not football. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Well,
that's what the division's going to be. It's going to be Atlanta, Miami, Florida, and somebody else.
The only way that baseball can let's just say survive and not survive, but to balance it up better is having you can have a salary cap at the top and you need a salary minimum at the bottom. That's part of the solution. So like Pittsburgh.
Where do the Mariners go?
You better not be talking to Bryce Harper.
Because you'd have the 2 LA teams, 2 LA, Arizona, and Vegas would be a great 4-pack right there. They want to save travel. You're getting rid of Seattle? Seattle moving somewhere? Because that's a team that's got to go somewhere. That's out in no man's land.
Baseball will be fair. They'll put them in the NL East. So,
like it'll be the White Sox, the Cubs, the Brewers, and who else is going in that division? Minnesota. That's that division.
St. Louis, whatever. It doesn't.
No, St. Louis, Kansas City would be in one.
Yeah. Until it happens, I'm not worried about it.
I'm done. Thank goodness they're striking next year. I'm done with baseball. Between the damn Phantom Runner, stupid pitch rock, the hell out of here.
Baseball's my salvation. Megabuck sweep this weekend. Thank goodness I had to stop posting football. I hate the baseball.
All right, so we got the American League. We got the American League division leaders. Okay,
Here we go. Yes,
could be a playoff preview, right? Houston, Detroit.
Yes.
Okay, so we're there. So, Astros slim lead, Tigers pretty much in control. Pitching matchup today, as you mentioned, leaves a lot up to be desired. Arrighetti, 6.38 ERA. Jack Flaherty, 6-12. Woo! 4.76 ERA. Neither has been effective, which is a problem for the Tigers with Flaherty. In fact, I like what A.J. Hinch said. I'm going to quote him on this one. Talking about Flaherty, said, any given time we put him on the mound, we know he can help us win. Okay. So I thought that was so to put it in the vernacular of, let's just say, some of the capper heads that are out there, he's due for positive regression. That's what he's actually saying. Okay. So you know what? You mentioned the over. I'm with it. Detroit 6-0 over so far this month at home. And these two teams, the last several years, 11-6 over. Give me the over 8.5, Detroit and Houston.
Free pick, Doug Upstone, over the 8.5. And I agree. Like, again, I mentioned, Flannery, 5 runs his last 2 games. Last game for Arrighetti, 5 innings, 1 hit, 5 walks, and a hit batter. So you're going to put 6 guys on because you can't find the plate. Runs should come across the dish here. Free pick from Doug, over 8.5. I agree. Chip, what do you think? Make it
I have no question. I played this game over. Check Jack Flaherty. I think he's had one season where he won double digits. And I always thought he was a pretty effective pitcher, but he's sort of in a bad spot right now. 2 bad outings in a row. He's 1-3 lifetime against his team, and this Spencer, it's not Spencer Ryder. We know that. What? Arrighetti. Already close to over 6. I think both teams scored. They're going to have a field day in Detroit, I think, tonight. I really do. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored. That's the first thing I saw when I saw the matchup. And numbers 8.5, that's palatable. I mean, we can do a 6-3, 5-4 win.
I look at it, it's almost like, does it look a little too low the way they've been pitching? And, but I can't. I'm a Flannery guy. When he's healthy, he looks pretty sharp, but this is not his year. He's not been good. Nope. Not been good at all. Again, Doug's free pick, over 8.5. No, his best bets are at Gambler's World. It's usually the Monday Molar. He's got it a little labeled different today when you're on a hot streak.
Throw on the slider today. Throw on the slider. No heat. Throw on the slider.
You're gonna freeze up the knees. Your knees are gonna buckle at the plate today with Doug. He's on a nice little run. Last 30, 60, 90 days are up here overall in MLB. Having a nice MLB run. Get
8-0 the last 2 days. 8-0.
There you go. 8-0 the last 2 days. Look at that. There you go. Get on board. Premium at gamblersworld.net. Now, next game up here. Here we go. Now, usually I throw Chipper, the Yankee, one of us will do Yankee game so we could bash on them, but they're off today, so we can't really get on them. Gausman and
for people viewing, that's already been taken care of.
Yeah, we were off ever at 20 minutes doing the Yankee stuff.
We did that already, yeah.
Gausman and Skeens should be a good little matchup, you'd think. The Blue Jays, first place Blue Jays AL East versus last place, as always, Pittsburgh Pirates, who can't come up with $150K to play Andrew Heaney. Just like last year, they couldn't pay another bonus. Paul Skeens asked for a damn trade already and say, I can't. You're not going to pay me down the road. You're putting guys in the bullpen. Why do I want to pitch here? This line tells me all I need to know here, Chip. 105, 110 here, basically a pick 'em either side of things. Skeens is great. I'm not saying he's not better pitcher than Gausman. Sure, Gausman's on the other side of the mountain coming down, doing decent work. But I look at this line. I got to take Toronto. What are we getting on Skeens? 5, maybe 6. You just strike out a bunch of guys. So what? Are they going to score? I don't think so. Give me the Jays for me here for this one.
I don't think anyone's going to score in this game, really. I mean, Skeens 7-9. We're aware that no one scores for him. His ERA is 2.1. Pittsburgh's won 9 of the last 10 meetings against it. I mean, lost 9 of the last 10 meetings against his team, and they've lost 7 of the last 8 overall. And it just looks to me, I wouldn't want to play against Paul Skeens at all. And I don't want to play on the Pirates at all. I mean, whether Skeens is out there or not. But I can play the under here because Gausman, even though his ERA is 3.7 or 3.8, he's still a quality pitcher. And Pittsburgh can't score as it is. Skeens can shut down Toronto. Blue Jays coming off a loss yesterday, maybe a little downtrodden. I'll play it under. That's the only way I can go with this. I would play it under. And the number is 7. So it's moved to 7.5 in some places already. So I'm hoping for that 4-3 final.
Here we go. I'll call it. What do we got? We got 7.5. So let me do a quick little. I do see 7.5 chirping up here in this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the 7.5. 7.5, because we don't want pushes.
What do you mind?
We got
If
to
you can get 7.5, why would you get 7? Why would you take 7? It makes no sense.
Oh no. I was Earl when the lines were loaded. It was 7 last night. That's why I got to check. I was scrolling at 7. It wasn't. It's up to the minute here.
The line is what you bet the game at.
Yes.
No matter what we say here.
7.5 under Chips free pick here in this Toronto Pittsburgh game. Doug, what do you think here on this one? Gausman and Skeens.
Skeens 1.70 ERA at home. Okay, this season. Kevin Gausman, last 9 starts, 7. In 7 of those, he's allowed 2 or fewer earned runs. So he's been tough. I seriously gave some consideration to the first 5 on this one because of these guys, but it's just like a mental block. It's a 3. Okay, at least when I looked it up, a 3 for first 5. I can't do that. So give me the under. Give me the under 7. Give it to me under 7.5, and I just hope to God the bullpens don't blow it.
That's the key. It's all about the bullpens coming in here, folks. Under. Again, we all agree again over the Detroit game under in this one here. Again, this is Chip's free play. Head to GamblesWorld.net for his top plays. He's got mega bucks. He's got a 4-pack. This is the day to get a all-access pass from Chip Chirimbes, number 1 overall on the year at GamblesWorld.net in the money department. Day pass, $69.99. Go get it. You got plenty of games. Why buy just one when you get them all for one price? Make the smart money move and get on board with Chip's all-access pass for today. Get the big mega bucks play. Now, we have Pittsburgh. I almost said Steelers. Pittsburgh under. Houston, Detroit over. Final game. Padres and the Giants. Here we go. Robbie Ray and Nasty Nestor. Why did they call him Nasty? They call him Nasty because he's terrible. Like, oh my God, that guy's nasty out there. What is he doing?
No.
He's killing
his year, his career year, he was nasty. He had some.
He was excellent. Stuff. He was excellent for that half a year for the Yanks.
Yeah, exactly. It was like 4 months and his career is over.
Listen, but you know what? I'm going to give the guy some props here. So, their favorite. I mean, they're almost a 150 favorite here over the Giants, which is crazy considering this is a guy's 3rd start back. The Padres, a couple losses here. I get it. They made the deals. The bullpen's good. They should be favored. Robbie Ray's having a nice season, but I can't really badmouth Robbie Ray. You're up against it. Maybe he's pressing because I can't give up a run because I could lose 1-0.
Yeah.
He's been fabulous. The team can't score runs. Cortez, believe it or not, his last 2 starts, again, limited because he just came back. He's been out since April. 9 innings, 9 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 9 Ks, 3 runs allowed. Not terrible. Expect, a run or 2 in 5 innings, sure. We go back to his start. Opening day, the Yanks beat him like a drum, right? 8 runs, 3 innings. Oh, it's a torpedo, but whatever the case may be, they clubbed him. He was on the Brewers back then, folks. The guy was on the Brewers. He was a big deal with Devin Williams. The Yankee fans like, wow, we got a relief pitcher. He had that work out. Now he's a nice 5th inning guy with his 9 ERA. But the Yanks clubbed him. Sort of expected. If you're Yankee, you sort of knew that. He was bad at home. They might have knew his pitches, whatever the case may be. You knew a bad outing was coming there. His next start out, 6 innings, 1-run ball, and then he gets hurt. So he's been fairly effective for San Diego here. And although I can't lay the 140 here, we're going. Let's pull it up here. My play is going to be on the under 7.5. Giants can't hit. Padres, for as good as their lineup, they have trouble scoring themselves. I think both bullpens are solid, even with the Giants trading away a bunch of their bullpen help. The bullpen is still decent. And the Giants are a franchise that pulls guys out of the gutter. DeScafellini, Cobb. Like, they just find guys and then throw them into the fryer out there, and they turn into decent pitchers. I'm going under 7.5 here, Doug.
All right. Well, I can assure you this time we'll be not 3 people in agreement on this one. Okay. Okay. On this. Before, Padres, come on. You want to pick on teams? The Padres this weekend? Are you kidding me? I mean, that was pathetic. You all season you wait to get to the Dodgers. You're not supposed to even be competing. You get the first place, and what do? You go to Dodger Stadium against a team that's playing like crap, and you lose 3 straight. They deserve everything they get in terms of criticism. This team couldn't beat the Dodgers. If they couldn't win a series against the Dodgers unless it's in April, okay, when it doesn't matter. So got a battle of good lefties here. I'll call Cortez good. I'm not a Yankee guy, so I can still call him that. I think the Friars are depressed after getting sweep. I think the mood at the ballpark is going to be somber. Robbie Ray, 17.5 outs. Okay, that's his prop tonight. I'm going to go over 17.5 because he's gone over it 6 of his last 9 starts. Of the 2 of the 3 in those, he went 17 outs. Okay, so he was right there. So I got no problem taking Robbie Ray to go over 17.5 outs in pitcher-friendly Petco Park.
I can get 6 innings out of Robbie Ray. I kind of expect it tonight if I like the under. And before we kick sand all over the Padres here with the Dodgers are coming off getting swept by the Angels, for the love of God. So they were in a kind of a must-win kind of mode. We see this. Come on. Yeah. Come on here. I'm with you that the Padres choke. And Chip will agree here. Chip will agree. The Padres go out, they spend money, they bring guys in, they go for it, and then they can't get over the hump against the Dodgers. So that's not a shocker there. But
they've beaten the Dodgers once the last 9 times they've met. I mean, and the Giants are just doing the same thing against the Padres. They've only beaten the Padres twice the last 9 times they've met. And that's why this division's so crazy, and the Dodgers can walk over these teams. I mean, San Diego, what a disappointment when they play the Dodgers, really. I mean, they just don't show up. And the Dodgers coming off getting beat by the Angels, you think they might rebound and get back. I mean, how about the Angels 6-0 against LA this year? But, Robbie Ray's got enough stuff. The Giants just are terrible at the plate. And I would say under. In fact, you guys just made me start thinking about, you said how high the number is. And then I looked at 2-7 and 9-1. And I would play the Padres if I was going to play it.
For me, the 150 is that'll be the top of my price range.
150, forget about it. We'll play the under.
Yeah. It's in the 150 range. That's a big number for a team that's coming off getting swept versus a decent pitcher. And you bring in Adam, Machado. Who else they got over here? Devers. Devers on Giants. I'm going to start with the Giants because you got Devers, you got Willie Adame at short, Chapman. You think that team could hit a little bit. Ramos, nice young player. They can't find the bat. And then on the Padres side of the ball, between Tatis and Bogaerts and Machado, and it's like, wow, these guys have trouble hitting the ball. I'm on the under here. 7.5 official pick here. We're all over the place in this game a little bit. That's fine though. We're going to give you different views. There's 3 people here, 3 distinct ways of going attack.
It's not a strong play either way. I think you can go anywhere you want with the game.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I do not have this game on the site. I got 1 game up on the site today. I don't know. I've been kind of going light baseball last couple of days. I don't really like a lot. The lines start getting out of hand. I'd rather pass. And we got football right around the corner. Sign me up for some MLB. Again, free pick, and the free picks are free picks. Sometimes they end up being a premium play depending on, the schedule. It happens. It happens. Most times they're opinions, whether they're strong opinions or light opinions. We kind of let you know as we speak about our games here, but they are what they are. Our best bets are at gamblersworld.net. But let's recap the freebies here. Under San Diego and the Giants for me here, 7.5. We're going under Toronto and the Pirates, 7.5. Find the best number there. And we are going over Houston and Detroit. That one's kind of unanimous there. That's a 8.5. We think that one should probably get there. I'm going to say it's going to get there by the 5th inning. At the first inning, maybe more. That game looks like an over for everybody included. These are the free plays. Best bets for today. The slider, the little freeze your knees play up from Doug here Monday. Go get his MLBs in the top top 3 here for last 30 days, last week, whatever. Last 30, last 60, last 9 days for MLB overall and in MLB. Chip, he's got you covered here. Megabucks play and more. Get the all access pass from Chip today because he's got. I'm going to let Chip finish up with his what's going on this day in sports. So he'll tell you what every game he wants to break down each package. And I got a little money maker up again, which wrote on that. But take it away. Close us out with the this day in sports history. Chip Chirimbes.
You really want me to deliver that?
No, never mind. We'll end it. Goodbye, everybody. That's it. Show's over. Go ahead, Chip. Come on.
No, I really wasn't ready.
Oh, really? No sports today?
I would have to leave here and grab my sheet of paper.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what happened.
Go get your sheet of paper. Me and Doug will keep him busy for a
On this
minute.
day, Brooks Robinson in 1965 hit into his third triple play career-wise, and he had already hit into 4 double plays in one game. Not the most fleet of all the Orioles.
No.
He didn't fly at all. And he hit a lot of ground balls, obviously. I mean, deep.
We'll keep this day in sports lights today because I know Chip rolls out the little shorty for that too. So we'll keep you on edge. It's a little teaser edition today. Little teaser edition from Chip.
Yeah.
What do you got on tap, Chip? Because I know you got more than just
a
the
memory
mega
lapse
bucks.
here, and I guess that's it.
What do you got? I know you got the mega bucks. What else you got up for today?
I have a triple play in Major League Baseball. I think you should play him as a round robin, and I think you're going to like the results of today's action. I swept the board on and mega bucks over the weekend, and so I was happy. You know, the baseballs just keep trotting along, so I'm pleased with that.
Number one in the money, Chip Chirimbes. Again, Doug with the solo package up. I got a solo package up at gamblersrow.net. Get on board, build that bankroll. We got week 2 NFL football, but Saturday, here we go. Week 0, college football. Put some money in your pocket. Get some baseball winners from one of us gentlemen here on a Monday. Guys, good seeing you. Good to be home, and I'll see you guys again. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thumb it up. Your comments in the comment section. We covered a lot today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Good luck. Bye-bye.